miss. Are you...
I'm Topaz. I've come to have a chat with Mr. Svarog.
Clara, go inside and wait for me.
Huh? But if you have a guest, maybe I should...
She is not a guest. Neither is she a friend. Go, Clara. Everything will be fine.
So, it seems my source was right. Who'd have thought that such a strong bond could exist between a giant robot and a little girl?
You bear the insignia of the Interastral Peace Corporation. What is your motive for coming here?
Straight to the point, huh? I like your style. Urilo 6. Are robots familiar with that term? Anyway, it refers to the planet we're currently standing on. It's about to become the property of the IPC. No one can reverse this outcome. Not you, not the Nameless, nor any power in the galaxy. I only care about one thing right now. Demonstrating to the shareholders of the IPC that Urilo 6 can generate value. In the long run, this is a way, the only way, to ensure Belobog's long-term interests. I need your help to achieve this goal.
Long-term interests, undefined. Analyzing objectives, analysis failed. Tell me, emissary, how do you plan to convince the IPC leadership?
That's simple. I'll show you.
This is...
Source code. Or to be more precise, source code that is able to take control of all mechanized units in Belobog. I'm sure you're familiar with this. All mechanized units manufactured in Belobog over the last 700 years utilize the underlying systems created by the IPC. The code is so refined that the engineers never saw any. I assume you're also aware that there was once a large automaton factory in the underworld. Thousands upon thousands of automatons, enough to crush the Legion's vanguard, lay dormant within. This is my bargaining chip for negotiating with the higher-ups. I'll convince them that Urilo 6 has a place in the company's along. But first, I need a guide to show me where these automatons are buried.
I understand. Your long-term interests can be defined. What are your intentions for the people currently living here?
Their future has already been purchased. All I can do is make them accept this fact, using a relatively peaceful approach.
I understand.
Oh, so you're not as stubborn as the rumors suggest.
The future you speak of is beyond my computational range, but my emotional analysis indicates that you are indeed trying to... Additionally, calculations indicate a 96.4% probability of compliance through force if I refuse to cooperate.
Your calculations are slightly on the conservative side. Here's to our future cooperation. If you wouldn't mind leading the way, Mr. Svarog.
All the miners here, huddled together.
Well, the situation here is pretty similar to when you first arrived.
Hey, check it out! Isn't that
What? Isn't that thing a Fragmentum monster? She's keeping one as a pet?
The IPC are all about their sci-fi sorcery, so it's not that surprising. Sounds like you two are getting along. What's Numby saying? Wow, that's so deep. Oh, come on, stop fooling around.
Look, you guys. Looks like it wants to leave.
Looks like they want to find their master. Let's...
Help! Those people dressed in black are attacking us! Hey, I'm talking to you. Where do you guys store the Geomarrow?
I really don't know anything!
This place is filled with nothing but incompetence.
Those cowards! I get...
Not a scratch. Not a scratch. Annihilate.
Let's play.
Lance at the ready.
I'm not afraid of you.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Looks like Numby's in a good mood.
But aren't they on the IPC side? Strange.
Look! That big guy down there!
We'll see who's really in.
Huh? Where'd Numby go?
Wow. For something so short and stubby, they're surprisingly nimble. Well, guess that's that. We're on our own now. Let's keep going.
Watch this.
Hey, you! Are you in charge around here?
All local. The IPC is currently conducting asset evaluation work here. Local residents are advised to follow those responsible for evacuation to the...
Don't lie to us! You seized the mine by force for yourself. I'm warning you. Get lost or suffer the consequences. Don't you...
And who might you be? You have quite the attitude. This is our jurisdiction. You know Topaz? It doesn't matter. The Strategic Investment Department has no obligation to talk to in cases where debtors fail to repay within the set time frame. The IPC reserves the right to skip negotiations and take over all assets.
You know, it's funny how the rules always seem to work in your favor, don't you think? This world's been hanging by a thread, and now you're here to pull the plug on...
Don't blame me. I'm simply following orders. Do you think...
Save your breath, March. Didn't you claim the IPC was all-powerful?
If I knew things were gonna get this heated, I'd have applied for all... Anyway, since you seem intent on settling this matter with violence, prepare yourselves for my heavy laser cannon!
The game is on. Let's... Can you find the answer?
Who are you people?
We took down the Doomsday Beast, the Stellaron, and Fantilia. Did you really think you could stop us?
Darn it! I'm all out of ammo!
Sir, we've just received word from the director.
Director Topaz?
Teams are not to disrupt the lives of local inhabitants during the asset evaluation period. Teams that violate this directive will have their year-end bonuses reduced by 60%!
60%? We're done for! Attention all personnel! Evacuate the mine immediately! Erase all traces of your presence!
So, are we all...
Yeah. Just so, who is this Topaz anyway? She seems to have no problem ordering these idiots around. Or taming fragmentum creatures, for that matter.
It's a long story.
Why did this mess have to happen so close to the festivities?
Oh, looks like we've got a message. I guess. Are you coming with them?
Go on without me. I still have Branya message you.
Got it, Zila. Come on. To click.
These guys don't look like thieves.
By order of the Supreme Guardian, proceed no further, Miss Topaz.
Bellabog might be in arrears, but I'm out of pocket. See you later, Captain.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been easy running all over this.
That's what friends are for, Branya. You don't.
I'm fine. I haven't rested. They're moving quickly. Bellabog is crawling with their agents. All they talk about is asset evaluation. Silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued an order against harassing the citizenry. Still, that hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious to.
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. Look.
It's.
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached. Please take a look at the contents, and then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Branya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my own life. In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As for myself, I was born on a small, unremarkable planet at the edge of the galaxy, a place whose name is known only to the native inhabitants. My home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously, manufacturing products for other civilizations in the galaxy, mostly in chemical or heavy industries. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. I don't recall the exact moment when it happened, but people started wearing respirators just to walk down. My home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration and started anew. The majority who stayed could only struggle on amidst sewage, as finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. In return for their help, they asked for just 2 years after signing the contract. The dark clouds and haze disappeared, and people began to take off their masks. After 3 years, vegetation and trees began to grow and thrive again. After 5 years, when I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I witnessed the changes that took place on my homeworld, and was determined to bring the same changes to many other worlds in the galaxy that were experiencing the same plight. I am writing to you, Miss Branya, with the genuine desire to express something important. I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, there are things of much greater value. How many generations of Belabogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that every future Guardian will be as prudent and enlightened as you? How can you guarantee that a disaster such as the Stellaron crisis will not descend upon Belobog yet again? I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, all of Belobog's debts will be forgiven. In addition, the IPC will set up a special team to support the reconstruction of Urilo 6. I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult decision, because you, and you alone, will bear the fate of all Belabogians. But because of this, I believe that you will make.
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
I'm inclined to agree. It's hard to imagine she wrote that letter just to deceive me. In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be an extremely difficult decision. This planet's fate, the civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands. This definitely can't, and shouldn't, be a decision made by me alone. That thought has crossed my mind, and it comforts me.
Right. I don't think it's fair for you to carry the weight alone.
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. She wanted to put it to a vote, and let all the citizens of both the Overworld and the Underworld have their say. I'll convene the Klapothfort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter. The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts.
I think we should leave this matter to the Belabogian. We've got your back.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers.
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the Overworld and the Underworld, right?
You know what I mean.
Well, look who we have here! Uh-oh, sounds like something serious is happening. What? How is that
Serval, we're racing against...
It's okay. I've thought it through.
What? Hold on, are you...
Surprised? Myri signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents here, especially those in the underworld. As for working for the company, people need to work no matter where they are, right? If the IPC tries to take too many liberties, we can always rise up against them. You know, I've always longed for the stars and...
I see. Thanks for your input.
Uh-oh. That look on your face sounds serious. Really? You better not—
I wish it were made up. We don't have much time, KHELE.
Wait, you're telling me I have to make this huge decision on the spot? Okay, I think I've got it. If it were up to me, I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, and that's assuming no other disasters occur, I care more about if the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, building a better world for future generations.
I see. Thanks for your input.
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. I didn't think you'd be back in Belobog so soon. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. Silvermane guards. Do you need my opinion? So that's who they are. It's worse than I imagined. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure. Is there really nothing we can do?
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little sudden, but—
Why, I'd refuse the contract, of course. There is no room for compromise. Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place. How can such people be trusted? Who's to say they won't breach the contract? Faced with this sort of coercion, we must resist them with all our might. Surrendering is not an option. You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall into their trap.
A soldier's perspective is always valuable, Dun. Thanks for your input. I'll make— did we miss anyone in the overworld? From what I've gathered—
It's still early. Where to now?
What brings you? Seems a little out of the blue.
No stress, Nat. Just—
I've thought about it, and
Well, if I were Bronya, I wouldn't sign it. I won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, Belobog will not only have the burden of a huge debt, but even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Those who are willing to give up freedom for secure living in the underworld has—
Wow. Another vote for the against pile.
None other than the savior, but let me guess. Well, ask away. It just... I see. That's a tricky situation, all right. A lot for anyone to handle.
Mr. Oleg, out of all the people we know in Belobog, you—
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and lofty plans no longer hold much. If this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its form, have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction plan already sounds like an endless endeavor. And with the added burden of what worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people. Will she be able to withstand the criticism? Is she prepared to carry the weight of a tarnished reputation for years to come?
Huh. I guess I never looked at it from that angle. Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg. Another vote for the 4 pile.
Miss March!
Hey there, Clara.
Mr. Sparrow!
What? Taupe?
I'm not sure, but...
what now? Sparrow looks super logical. We should... True. Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful for her age.
Huh? Miss March... That's complicated.
It's alright, Clara. No pressure. Just...
I think if we have a choice for the future, because when I was playing with Hook, the moles, and the other, everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, then doesn't that mean just taking away people's dreams like that?
You're right. Children see the world as a place where anything is possible. Just the thought of our lives being predestined from birth makes me shiver. Thanks, Clara. Your thoughts? All that running around is... So, the votes are completely even. Wait a minute. We forgot to ask Zia. She's probably still in the...
Back so soon? Are you feeling alright? I can tell from your tone that this isn't gonna be... I think I get it.
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at stake.
Right.
As it stands, the votes...
In that case...
What?
No. This responsibility... No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I do. The vote is tied. If I were to give you my view, it would I'll respect whatever decision she makes.
Understood, Zila. It's times like these that'll...
Right. If she asks you, just let her know.
Well, it's all... Right? I'm glad Belobog has someone like her in charge. The time has come.
It's still early. Where to now?
Whoa, the fort's packed! I've never seen this many people here before. Oh, jeez, I can barely even hear myself think.
March, you're back. So, what's the verdict?
We talked to people in both the
What was Zila's perspective? I should have known.
Did you come to a conclusion with the minister?
It's pretty much the same situation here. The time has come to make a decision.
How could you
Enough! All of you! I know what to do.
Wait! I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
But... aren't you?
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
It's the real me, March. Real.
Miss Himeko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. Thank you for all your help, and if we had known of your arrival beforehand, the architects would have given you a proper welcome. I'm afraid the current circumstances...
I understand, Miss Rania. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant intel. I hesitate to call it a solution, but I might have some information. It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and informed decision.
Information? Please, tell me what you know, Miss Himeko.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she believes that the IPC's takeover of Belobog is the only way of ensuring the city's survival. But there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been saved.
You mean...
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable risks. According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's technology is 63%.
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comforting.
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%. She's undoubtedly one of the most capable people in her field. I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think it's only fair that you know all the facts before making a decision. Ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
I understand. Thank you, Miss Himeko. Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble. As a leader, I cannot let the future of Belobog hinge on a roll of the dice.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice, Branya.
Astral friends, I have an idea, but for it to work, I need some time to rally all the residents in the city. And then, please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take over Belobog's assets...
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing with her, but these two will help me get the job done.
Belobog's future is not for sale. And we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not once, but twice. Stay safe, everyone.
Gepard should be waiting for us. Here we go again.
It's still early. Where to now?
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation. Ready to enter Rivet Town? Keep your guards up.
Destination reached.
Wow, would you look at that? But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely surrounded by mountains.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock formation.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. It was right... Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning? That means the architects of Eurylos...
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons. The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Rand, were human.
I see. The stories about this...
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot. Ask. Don't be shy.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion beyond any doubt?